but it just feels like a hit at Justin. So it says here, Colleen Hoover isn't happy with how it ended because one of the things that people are struggling with more and more, apparently, is personal responsibility. It is always everyone else's fault. It's everything outside of our control. It is never our fault. Personal responsibility. What are you talking about? Hoover, who wrote the best-selling It Ends With Us, has addressed the controversy surrounding the 2024 film adapted of her novel. She says the conflict between the two actors was unfortunate and disappointing. So what, Colleen? Justin should have just rolled over, read the egregious statement, let Blake and Ryan do whatever they want. That's what it sounds like to me. It Ends With Us was a sleeper hit, 350 million globally, but the film became a lightning rod for drama due to disputes between Lively and Baldoni. This is what irritates me. And actually, I think that's what bothered Justin too. Now I think about some of the text messages that were unsealed. There wasn't a dispute between Lively and Baldoni. That's not true. Blake had disputes. Blake had problems and targeted Justin. All right, so it says, has a little bit of the history. It feels like a circus, Hoover said in an interview with Elle magazine. Yeah, but it is your circus and they are your monkeys, this whole mess that you and Blake and Ryan created. When there are real people involved with real feelings and emotions, this actually truly has impacted some of the actors' careers in a huge way. And I find it all around sad. I don't feel bad. Justin had like the depositions and things that are coming out are showing what these people did to him. And Justin is the one, again, who's going to pay the price for her trying to get in the news for book sales, which are good. I'm imagining this book sale is going to be shit. Hoover served as executive producer. Did she really? I didn't realize she was an executive producer on it. And visited the set, but was completely unaware that anything was happening between Baldoni and Lively at the time. Oh, so you mean that the set was professional? You mean that nothing was going on? That no one was being mistreated? That there's no weird shit that Justin was doing to the staff? Is that what you mean, Colleen? She's now preparing to give a deposition for the case within a few weeks. Wait, I thought depositions were done. Oh, I guess depending on when this was written or the interview was done. She's trying to stay removed from the negativity. She told Elle, so I'd rather just ignore it and let people think and say what they're going to say. I feel like it's so big at this point that there's nothing anyone can say to change whatever people's opinions have of it, even though no one has the actual truth, not even me. No, actually, I think, Colleen, if you came out and said the set was safe, Justin was lovely, there were no problems on set, that he treated you with respect, he treated the others with respect, I actually think that would go a long way in changing opinions. I think that would go a long way in helping people see what went down. And sure, you could argue. She says, like, I don't even have the truth. I don't know. I'm just hearing he said, she said. And you could say that. You could give a truthful interview and say, hey, this is my experience. He was lovely. He kept me in touch through the entire process. I always felt heard and supported. He saw my vision. When I was on set, there were no issues. Everyone was treated respectfully. I was treated respectfully. And I can't speak for either of them, so I'm only sharing my truth. Girl, you need a new PR. Yeah, this is a book we think is about Blake. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think for her as well, this is all like mystique marketing, right? It's like, I'm not going to say it. But then you read the description of the book, and the book gives you kind of like a wink, wink that it's about the whole situation. So I also think she's not saying anything because it adds the mystique and the mystery to the book. People are going to buy the book in the hopes that they're going to hear what she has to say. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. So sometimes in marketing, you're going to like hold things back, right? It's like, I can't say anything because I don't want to bring others down. It's not my story to tell. But look at my new book. And what's the description of the new book again? I have it right here. No, apparently I don't. Oh, her long-awaited new book. It is not a long-awaited new book. It's a thriller, possibly one of the darkest books I've written so far. It follows a frustrated author who goes to a secluded lakeside cabin for inspiration, and when a detective shows up with disturbing news, her creativity comes back. But when the investigator starts taking his role in her life too seriously, the author must confront her past and reclaim her own reputation. Where's the rest of the description of this book? What's this book called again? Woman Down. Yeah, but it's not. Let's just flip over quick so you guys can see what I'm reading, and then we'll come back to this interview. It's members only. We can be all over the place. It's okay. Well, I'm all over the place all the time, so, there's that. Oh, let's go over to Amazon. Pull up that page. Yeah, there we go. So that's the picture. I think that person kind of looks like Blake. If anyone cares about my opinion, let me know in the chat. I think she kind of looks like Blake. So, Woman Down. I need all the hot chocolate today. Okay, so in this twisty thriller from New York Times bestselling author Colleen Hoover, a frustrated author looks for her muse in a remote hideaway. But what she finds defies all expectations and reality. Her words used to set the page on fire. Girl, your words never set the page on fire. Are you kidding me? Let's be for real. But a viral backlash over her latest film adaptation forced Petra Rose, Petra is the name from Jane the Virgin, to take a hiatus, resulting in missed deadlines and an overdue mortgage. Branded a fraud and fame-hungry opportunist, she learned the hard way what happens when the internet turns on you. And she's been uninspired to write ever since. Now, with her new suspense novel outline and savings nearly gone, she retreats to a secluded lakeside cabin hoping to find inspiration. It's Petra's last-ditch attempt to save her career and herself. And then he showed up. Detective Nathaniel, and I think Nathaniel's tied to something too. Saint arrives with disturbing news, his presence igniting a creativity in her she thought long since burned out. Petra's words return in a rush, and her fictional cop character brings a mirror, the very real cop who's becoming her muse. All right, that's all I can read from this shit. But I mean, don't tell me that's not about Blake and the situation. As my mom would say when I was growing up, I wasn't born yesterday. So this, in my opinion, is why she's talking about it, but not really talking about it, because it is this energy of buy the book. I don't even want to support Colleen. I won't buy the book. I'm sure someone will read it online for free or something. I won't buy the book, but I want to, like, there's such a big piece of me that when we get into that brain of branding psychology, I can remove myself and actually see that part of me that's pulled in by the brand site in the marketing psychology of it, of I can't say anything, but look at this book description. That's what it was. Thank you. Nathaniel from Gossip Girl. That's what it was. So you have Nathaniel from Gossip Girl and you have Petra from Jane the Virgin, but this isn't about Blake and Justin and this whole scandal. I don't think she's as dumb as she comes across. I'm going to be honest. I think she's conniving. I think she thinks about herself, just like Blake, but I don't think she's as dumb as she comes across. So I do believe that this is very intentional, that I have my own story to tell, but I don't want to bring attention to it, but look at my book. After this experience, Hoover admits she has mixed feelings about the novel, which was based on her mother's life. Didn't she also come out and say, like, just joking, it's not really about my mom? The story, which deals with domestic violence, follows a flower shop owner whose charming neurosurgeon husband gets physically abusive with her. The book was inspired by her story, and now it gives us PTSD to think about. Hoover said of her mom, I feel awful because I feel like she's gone through more with the aftermath of this film, more pain than she went through with my dad, just seeing the ugliness of it. I am almost certain, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I am almost certain. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Haley. She did say that. She said only the kitchen casserole scene was similar. There you go. So again, she's just using this for like, feel bad for me. Not just feel bad for me, but feel bad for my mom because this story was hers and Justin Baldoni shit all over it. Not my words. Hoover revealed she's now almost embarrassed to tell people she wrote It Ends With Us, but hopes she'll feel differently once the trial concludes. I can't even recommend it anymore. I feel like the lawsuit has overshadowed it, the author said. That's so dramatic. You can't be the perpetual victim, Colleen. You're a big girl, okay? You're a big girl with big girl panties. You made your bed, lie in it. The more time that passes, the easier everything gets for all of us. Who's all of us, Colleen? Who's all of us? Is all of us you and Blake and Ryan? But it is sad because I was very proud of that book and I'm still proud of it, but less publicly so. Maybe I need therapy. I don't know. I do. Yes. At least we have some self-awareness. Although I also think therapy is a good thing for everyone to have. I do think it is a good thing for everyone to have some, even if it's not like therapy, but some way to move emotions through. Despite the drama, Hoover has become a major force in Hollywood. No, she hasn't. An adaptation of her book, Regretting You, was released by Paramount in October and grossed $82 million to date. It is like people trashed it. Two of her other novels, Verity and Reminders of Him, are being adapted by Amazon, MGM, and Universal, respectively, for a theatrical release in 2026. I need to know also how Colleen Hoover became who she is, because it's not as though her books are good. What I found, nobody wants to hear it.